Hello and good evening, everybody. Welcome to tonight's broadcast of Roseburg High School Sports here on The Score. Once again, we get a chance to bring you Roseburg girls basketball as the Indians host the Sheldon Irish in a Southwest Conference battle. Both teams come in looking for that first win in conference play. The Sheldon Irish at 8-7 overall on the year, 0-3 in conference play, while the Roseburg Indians come in at 4-10 and also an identical record at 0-3 in the Southwest Conference. The Roseburg girls coming off of a tough one on the road against Grants Pass on Tuesday, where they fell 60-11, one of their most lopsided losses, unfortunately, of the season, struggling mightily with their offense. But they're looking to get back on track, flush that last one, and see if they can turn the page and play strong tonight against this strong Sheldon team. Don't let that 0-3 record in conference play fool you. They've played the three top teams in the Southwest Conference so far: Grants Pass, Willamette, and South Medford. That's a tough way to start out the league season, and they are looking for that first win in conference play, and they hope to get it tonight here against the Roseburg Indians. First-year head coach Tash O'Brien is taking over this Sheldon program. She is leading this team and looking to try and get them back into the postseason. They were there last year under former head coach Brian Brancato, who has actually moved over to the boys' side. He is now coaching the Sheldon boys team. The Sheldon boys last night winning against the Roseburg Indians 71-45 up in Eugene. With the boys playing on a Thursday night, we had an open Friday night, and so that's why we're here to bring you some Roseburg girls basketball tonight. Wanted to give them the opportunity to be on the radio for you here this evening and get another one of those games on the season. Well, as we get ready for this one, we've got word with head coach Chad Smith coming up here in the pregame show. Tonight's broadcast is streaming with video online at 541radio.com and on our YouTube channel. Search 1490 The Score on YouTube. You can watch the game streaming live for free there and follow the action with us. It's brought to you by the Cow Creek Tribe. We appreciate their sponsorship of our live video stream of Roseburg High School sports throughout this school year. Check it out there. Make sure you hit the subscribe button if you go to our YouTube channel. If you hit that subscribe button, you can get notifications when we go live with another broadcast of Roseburg High School sports here on The Score. We'll go ahead and take our first break here in the pregame show. Wrapping things up here after the Portland Trailblazers just finished things out. The Blazers picking up their fourth straight win. First time they've had a four-game winning streak this season, and they finish off a three-game road trip with a win in Charlotte. Back-to-back nights, and the Blazers able to pull off a 102-97 victory over the Hornets. And don't look now, but those Portland Trailblazers are red hot. So we are once again, third time this week that we are going right from Blazers basketball here into Roseburg High School sports. Glad that things wrapped up on time there for the Blazers, and plenty of time to get you ready for tonight's game between Roseburg and Sheldon. We'll take the quick break. When we come back, it's head coach Chad Smith joining us here on the pregame show. Don't go anywhere. This is Roseburg High School Sports on 541radio.com and on The Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
Hey there, sports fans. Thanks for watching this local sporting event online at 541radio.com. Did you know there's more than one way to watch games online? You can watch games on your laptop or desktop computer, your tablet, or even your smartphone just by going to 541radio.com. But we also use YouTube to stream all of our video broadcasts, which means you could be watching this game on your big screen TV with a number of different streaming devices. You can stream our live YouTube broadcast through your PlayStation or Xbox gaming device, or through streaming devices like Google Chromecast, Apple TV, or Roku. There's plenty of ways to follow this live local sporting event. Plus, you can find past events archived on 1490 The Score's YouTube channel. Find us on YouTube and subscribe today to keep up with the latest in local sports coverage.
For over 100 years, Douglas County Farmers Co-op has been serving the needs of farmers, ranchers, and homeowners throughout Southern Oregon. Here, everyone is welcome. When you shop with us, you can expect good people, good products, and good advice. No membership needed. Just bring yourself, and we'll provide the expertise and products you need to tackle your next project. Douglas County Farmers Co-op, where everyone is welcome to shop.
When the first Cascade branch opened in 1948, things were a lot different here. The fact they're still here says a lot about the way they do business.
Staying in business for 75 years requires the cooperation of generations. It's the desire to learn and grow with your community.
My account number is only 5 digits long. What that tells me is that this is a local credit union.
Cascade Community Credit Union would like to thank you for 75 years of growth and support here in Douglas County.
Back with more of our pregame here on the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM, streaming with the video online at 541radio.com. Roseburg taking on Sheldon here at home tonight. Joining us is Coach Chad Smith for the Roseburg girls. Coach, getting in ready for tonight. I know a tough one in the last game for you guys there. How do you guys, how have you guys bounced back? How's the team looking as you guys gear up here for another tough test? This Southwest Conference schedule, we've talked about it before. Never easy, Sheldon tonight, but how have the girls bounced back after a tough one in the last game?
Yeah, we came into the gym and got some practice time in and got some shots up and talked about things that we could have done better. We didn't do a really good job of boxing out down at Grants Pass. Obviously, we didn't shoot it very well, and we worked on shooting and we worked on boxing out and running our sets. And hopefully that will show tonight that we've gotten a little bit better in those things and can put some points on the boards. And we're going to try a different lineup tonight to start to maybe get things going a little quicker and see what can happen. But like you said, it's a tough conference, top to bottom. It's one of the toughest ones in the state, if not the toughest conference. And there's really good teams. Grants Pass is a top 10 team, maybe a top 5 team when it's all said and done.
Yeah, and tonight you get a team that Sheldon's hungry for their first win in conference because they've had to play those top teams in the conference so far. So that 0-3 record might be a little deceiving. What have you seen from this Irish team and what you've been able to scout is they've got a new head coach on their side.
Yeah, new head coach. I still think it's kind of that traditional Sheldon. They're going to play man-to-man. They're going to press. They're going to do those types of things. So you got to take care of the basketball. You got to take care of defensively. They've got a little bit of size, so we're going to have to really do a good job on the defensive glass, taking away some offensive rebound opportunities for them, and just close out and contest shots. If we can do those things and limit their attempts, then we've got a chance to be in that game, and we've just got to hit some shots tonight. We've got to get our eyes on the rim and trust what we're doing.
Mm-hmm. Being at home, you feel like that's a piece of the recipe that can kind of help get you guys going maybe a little bit more offensively here tonight?
You would think, that's a plus. You get to be at home, you get to be on your own confines, you know what's going on, you know how the floor plays and how the rims are, and hopefully that's something that we can take to our advantage and shoot the ball a little bit better than what we have.
You guys we're kind of reaching the midway point of your league schedule, and we're reaching the home stretch of this season. How are you guys doing health-wise right now? Have you guys been able to avoid any sort of injury bugs throughout this season?
For the most part, last year we suffered a lot of concussion types injuries. We haven't had but one of those, so that's a good sign. We did lose. We just picked up a gal, Gabby Johnson, and she was playing real good for us, but she kind of aggravated her knee, and she's now looking probably being out the rest of this year again, and hopefully we get her back next year as a senior. But other than that, it's just the minor. It's the bumps, the bruises, those types of things. Those start to wear on you in a long season.
All right, Coach. Thanks so much for the time.
Thank you.
That is head coach Chad Smith joining us here on the pregame show as we get ready to go. We are just a couple minutes away from this one tipping off here from Robertson Memorial Gymnasium. The Roseburg Indians taking on the Sheldon Irish tonight. And again, we want to say thanks to the Cow Creek Tribe for sponsoring our live video coverage of tonight's broadcast. I'm Joey Kieran. I would almost wanted to say filling in for Knight Uretsky. Knight's been doing most of the coverage of the basketball season, but good to get back behind the captain's chair here tonight and getting a chance to remember how to do some little play-by-play for you here this evening. The Sheldon JV team did pull out the victory in the game previously. Did not jot down the final score. I forgot to do so, even though I tried to make a note for me to do that. It was a little lopsided early, but the Roseburg JV team did a good job of sticking with it and battling their way back into that game. They got it down close to single digits. I don't think they ever did get it quite to single digits, but they got pretty close after trailing fairly significantly early in the game. It was a nice comeback effort and unfortunately could not finish it off. And the JV team losing against Sheldon in the game previously. Head coach Chad Smith, his 5th year leading this Roseburg team. On the other side, Tash O'Brien, the first year for her, new head coach. Former Oregon Duck basketball player, 1997 to 99. She earned honorable mention All Pac-10 honors and helped U of O win its first Pac-12 women's basketball title. She's been a head coach at South Eugene, Marist, and Springfield. Won a title with the Springfield Millers back in 2011. Looking to try and help the Irish get back into the postseason and make some championship runs. We'll take our final 2-minute break for the national anthem. Come back with a look at your starting lineups here on 541radio.com and on the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
Successful companies have a very important secret. Good advertising works and makes them money. That's why your business should contact Lotus Media Group. Let us help you cash in with multimedia advertising. Multiple touches from Douglas County's only Google certified partner and most effective advertising platform. Web, broadcast, print. Make it happen. LotusMediaGroupLLC.com.
Do I have enough money put away to retire?
Plan for your future with confidence. At Palm Wealth Management, we'll help you see a clear path to financial peace of mind. Call Palm Wealth Management today.
In today's big box store, how-to YouTube video world, it is hard to do it yourself. If you're fixing your fence or putting in a new one, the only place to start is Quality Fence. We stock almost anything you need and take the time to show you how to really do it yourself. Visit the Quality Fence showroom in Roseburg and get great fencing ideas at QualityFenceCo.com.
Quality Fence is doing it right for you.
Looking for more local sports coverage? CBS Sports Radio 1490 The Score has you covered. Check out our homepage at 541radio.com for sports stories, scores, and podcasts. And follow us on social media. 1490 The Score is on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. And take the station with you wherever you go with the 541 Radio app. Download the app in your smartphone's app store and get access to a live stream of the station, sports stories, podcasts, and easy messaging with the station and other.
Back here at Robertson Memorial Gymnasium where the Roseburg Indians host the Sheldon Irish. Sheldon wearing the road green jerseys. Starting 5 for head coach Tosh O'Brien. It'll be Kaya Trumbull and Morgan Raleigh, McKenna Rohde, Savannah Shuck, and Hayden Kearney. And on the other side for head coach Chad Smith and the Roseburg Indians getting announced down on the floor. Grace Bachmeyer, a senior, along with senior Arlie Asen. Leighton Osborne, a sophomore. Kalia Smith, a senior. And rounding out the starting 5 will be senior Shaylee Sykes. So look at your starting lineups for this one as we get ready to go. Our public address announcer tonight, Kyle Bailey, down there doing the announcing of the starting lineups. Roseburg will be in the home whites. Indians across the chest in orange, outlined in black. Numbers on the front and the back in orange. It's the Irish green for Sheldon with white numbers on the front and the back. Irish on the chest, outlined in white as the green print for Sheldon. They win the tip, moving right to left on your radio dial. A pass into the left corner at 3. Quickly to start things off the back iron, no good. Rebound, loose ball pulled down by Arlie Asen. It'll be Leighton Osborne to bring the ball into the front court for Roseburg. First possession of the night for the Tribe, looking to try and get on the board early. Pass into the middle. Sykes had an open look from the elbow, decides to drive instead, and she'll draw contact underneath Savannah Shuck. The senior post will pick up the first foul of the ball game as Shaylee Sykes, attacking the rim, finds herself at the free throw line to look to try and put Roseburg on the board first here tonight. Roseburg averaging 38.4 points per game this season as Sykes, a real clean first attempt on that free throw, drains one. Roseburg, though, averaging 38.4, giving up 51.9, an area they look to try and improve on. Sykes hits them both at the line, and that is a 2-0 lead for Roseburg. Sheldon averages 47.5 points per game scored and allowed. They are pretty much even on points scored and given up as a 3 from the top rims out. That was halfway down before it spit out on the attempt by Trumbull. Rebound, though, tipped out, and Sheldon will keep it. Driving, lost her footing, goes down, and they'll draw a whistle trying to attack Morgan Raleigh. Goes to the floor at the free throw stripe. A little slow to get up. Stuck there for a minute. And now she's up, kind of limping around a little bit as she tries to shake off the injury. 7:09 to go, first quarter. About a minute in the game ticked away. 2-0 Roseburg in front here on the score and streaming at 541radio.com. Entry pass. Try to get it down to Shuck, tipped away. She tracks it down in the corner, forced to the baseline and steps out. Good defense. Shaylee Sykes making her presence felt here early on in the contest. Substitution coming in quickly. To the bench is going to go Raleigh. The honorable mention all-conference selection goes to the bench with that injury, limping a little bit. She'll take a seat, get a breather. Entry pass went by everybody. It'll go out of bounds back to Sheldon. Intended target for the Indians. Tripped in the middle of the floor. Got tangled up with the defense for Sheldon. The ball goes by everybody. Out of bounds on the far sideline and into the front court comes Trumbull leading the offense for the Irish. 2-0 Roseburg. Cutter through the lane. Kearney tracks it and gets into the corner. Back out to the top for Trumbull. Trumbull, a jab step, right-hand dribble, around a screen, goes back with the crossover to her left, kicks across the top of the arc, out to the right side, a three, and the foul. Jenna Ayers will head to the free throw line for the rare 4-point opportunity as she puts Sheldon in front 3-2 here at 6:27 to go in the first. They call the second on Leighton Osborne. She's picked up 2 fouls quickly here in the opening period. Free throw is good. It's a 4-point play for Jenna Ayers, the honorable mention all Midwestern League selection. She transferred from Churchill this year to Sheldon. Some full court press from the Irish, quickly up the floor, and a reach-in foul called against Hayden Kearney. A little pushing. That'll be the second team foul against Sheldon. First on Kearney. Got to get it in. Enter it down into the blocks for Sykes. She'll send it out to the top. The Indians will reset. It is Bachmeyer Grace that sends it left side. They get it to Sykes at the left elbow. Too strong with the shot off the top of the backboard. Pulled down by the Irish. Bachmeyer at the top, picking up Trumbull. She goes left side, and she walks, turns it over. Cambria Bachmeyer did check in. I was trying to figure out which player checked in because I figured with the 2 early fouls, Leighton Osborne went to the bench, and it was Cambria Bachmeyer who will bring it up the floor, weaving to the right side. Jump stop, almost lost it. Bounces it down underneath for Sykes, tipped away by Shuck, out of bounds across the baseline. It's 4-2. Is our score here in the first quarter. Inbound. Got to go somewhere with it. Out to the top for Grace Bachmeyer from Cambria. Grace will draw it out between the circles. Fired away right side with the right-hand dribble. Going to the baseline. Gets underneath. Skip pass. Gets it into the hands of Sykes. Back out to Grace at the top. Grace, right-hand dribble. Turns back around out to Cambria on the left side. Looking underneath. Asen will cut from left to right. Now back out to the left side. Gets it on the wing. Looking underneath. Kalia Smith has it. Head fake. 2 seconds on the shot clock. Puts it up. No good. Offensive board for Sykes. Gets ripped out of her hands. Saved back in by Grace Bachmeyer. Gets it to Kalia. Her shot off the mark. Tracing down another offensive board. Third attempt for Roseburg, and now a foul. And good hustle and effort out of the Roseburg girls here, earning themselves multiple opportunities on that possession. Inbound coming from the corner on the baseline for Roseburg. 5:11 to go, opening period. It's a 4-2 score in favor of the Irish. All coming on a 4-point play for Jenna Ayers. Out to the top. Grace Bachmeyer brings it out. Got stuck as she picked up her dribble. Gives it away to Cambria. Cambria goes baseline. Forces up a shot. No. But a fourth opportunity as Shaylee gets another rebound. Her pass tipped away. She's going to fight through 3 Sheldon defenders, and she'll earn another trip to the free throw line as Shaylee Sykes, the senior, working extremely hard down low. And she'll head to the back to the free throw line where she hit 2 earlier to give Roseburg their only points of the game so far. The gymnasium will go quiet here for the 2 tips coming up. Shaylee can't get the home roll. That one will slip out of the iron on the front end. Barnes Heating and Cooling, a sponsor of Roseburg High Sports here on The Score, your complete energy company. Visit barnesheatingandcooling.com or call them at 541-459-1545. Second one will rattle home. 3 out of 4 at the line for Sykes here tonight. She makes it a 1-point game. 4:45 to go here in the opening period. Entry pass down low, sails over the outstretched arms. I believe intended underneath for Jenna Ayers, out of her reach. Back into the game was Morgan Raleigh. She was the one trying to send that pass in the middle and send it too far. Roseburg will break the press, gets bumped as that is Raleigh that will pick up the foul. The senior Morgan Raleigh commits that one. Trying to cut off Cambria Bachmeyer. She raced up the near sideline. 4:36 to go. 4-3 is our score. And Roseburg will head to the free throw line. 5 team fouls against the Irish as they look to be aggressive on the defensive side. Roseburg has gotten all their points at the stripe so far. Cambria Bachmeyer trying to keep that going. Her first one doesn't want to fall. 4-3 remains the score, trying to tie it up here. Ugh, jeez, those free throws so close, just won't fall through the cylinder. Stays 4-3. Out at the top, Raleigh with it. Left-hand dribble between the circles, marked by Bachmeyer. On the right side. Looking underneath. Find the cutter. That's Ayers. Got the defender in the air. Cambria Bachmeyer. Surprised she committed that foul. Inbound from the baseline. Raleigh in to Kearney at the top from the left alley. Drives down, lost the handle, but it went right to Kearney. And a whistle calls to stop the action. It'll be a foul called on Shaylee Sykes for her first. Entry down low. Shuck backing in, double team, and she travels. Roseburg would get the ball back, trailing by 1 halfway through this opening period. A tight ball game and a steal taken away. Raleigh on the outlet, up the floor, got bumped into the padding, and then on the offensive board and put-back attempt, it's McKenna Rohde that will draw the whistle and head to the free throw line. 3:57 to go here. Tonight's game streaming online, 541radio.com. First free throw off the mark for Rohde. You can also find our broadcast on YouTube. Search 1490 The Score on YouTube. Find us there, and you can watch tonight's game. Hit the subscribe button to follow us here on 1490 The Score on YouTube. Second free throw off the right iron, no good. An empty trip to the line for Rohde, but an offensive board. They enter it in underneath. Kalia Smith fighting underneath with Shuck. And a whistle. They're going to call Kalia with a foul there. This game has stayed tight at 4-3. Not a lot of offense here early on. But heading to the free throw line to try and change that will be Savannah Shuck. The senior post last year only had the individual scoring from one game between Roseburg and Sheldon a year ago. The game that was played here at Roseburg High School, and Savannah, as a junior last year, had 2 points in that game against the Indians. Hits the first free throw, doesn't get the second, but another offensive opportunity. And another foul called against Roseburg. Kalia Smith can't believe the whistle. And that time it's going to send McKenna Rohde to the free throw line. The freshman, Rohde just had a trip to the stripe, went 0 for 2. 3:48 to go here in the opening period, and her first one goes off the iron, no good. Shuck will get a rest. Bailey Line will check in, a senior. Second free throw off the iron, and it's Sykes this time that pulls down the board to stop the opportunity for the Irish. Roseburg sent in Ireland Weaver out on the floor along with Kennedy Smith out there. On the left side, Weaver around the perimeter. Tries to enter it into a cutting Asen. It's taken away. Breaking free from everybody. The lay-in goes off, but there's only Irish underneath. A second look after the miss. Out to the top. A three is good for Rhodey. She will finally get one to go. 0 for 4 at the line, but hits the three. Makes it 7-3. In front is Sheldon, and now a whistle on the defensive side for the Irish. Breakaway steal and run out for Hayden Kearney. Couldn't finish it, but her teammates were there to back her up. Got that offensive look and a second chance points, setting up McKenna Rhodey for the three. At the free throw line, Ireland Weaver will make the first with another free throw coming. Tonight's ballgame brought to you by Neal Company Real Estate. Check out Neal Company Real Estate at nealco.com for the latest listing around Douglas County. Their agents can help you score the home of your dreams. At the free throw line, Ireland Weaver hits both of them. 8-5, a three-point game. 4 players are around the Sheldon ball handler. That was Jenna Ayers that got trapped, and it's going to force a timeout taken by the Irish. We'll go ahead and take one as well. A quick 30-second timeout here on 541radio.com and on The Score. 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
How should I be investing my money?
Plan for your future with confidence. At Palm Wealth Management, we'll help you see a clear path to financial peace of mind. Call Palm Wealth Management today.
I'm confused by the huge market swings.
Get a better understanding of your finances. At Palm Wealth Management, we care about your priorities and help restore financial security. Call Palm Wealth Management today.
.254 to play here in the opening period. Roseburg and Sheldon squaring off in a Southwest Conference game. The Irish leading by 3. They've had a lot of opportunities from the charity stripe. A pull-up jumper, no. Sykes down with another big rebound after the miss. Ball tipped in the backcourt, but Roseburg able to keep it. Bringing it up the floor is Weaver. Toss across the floor out to Aline Miller, who has checked in. Harley Asen looks for the cutter, finds Kennedy Smith, sends it out to the top for Miller. Miller, right side, scoop shot, can't get it over the iron, and the rebound pulled down by Kearney. Kearney will get it to Raleigh up the left side. Hesitation, pull-up jumper from the left baseline from 12 feet, no good. Asen tracks it down. Roseburg has it. They got to get moving down the floor, and here comes Weaver. Up the floor, running the point, out to Asen on the left side. She's got some space. Head fake, gives it back to Weaver. Out to the top, Miller. Right side for Smith. From the wing, get it to Asen. Back to Smith. Coach Chad Smith saying he wanted to try and get a rotation with Aline Miller, Kennedy Smith, and Ireland Weaver out on the floor together. So he mixed up the starting lineup a little bit here tonight. Around a screen, Weaver gets it to Kennedy Smith. Too long on the jump shot with 1 second left on the shot clock. 1:41 to go here in the first quarter. Sheldon with a 3-point lead. The basketball to Jaden Mayernick, the junior, has checked into the game. On the left side, a jumper too long from Kearney, tipped out off of Roseburg. It'll stay with the Irish underneath their own basket. 1:27 to go. Back into the game. Actually into the game for the first time. Peyton Sowers will check in. She's going to give Jenna Ayers a rest. Into the corner for Sowers. A 3 off the back iron. No. Offensive board on the weak side for Kearney. Out to the top. Raleigh going to try a 3. That one too strong. Rebound out to the top. It is collected by Roseburg. And a whistle. Peyton Sowers trying to apply the pressure. Gets whistled. Actually, I might have given that to the wrong player. There was 2 defenders. It's going to actually go against Mayernick for her first. Well, Roseburg has a chance to get back within 1. At the free throw line, Aline Miller shooting. First free throw is good. Tonight's game brought to you by Dr. Alanson Randall. Family and Cosmetic Dentistry. Visit drrandall.com or call them at 541-378-6694. Second one misses everything, and Aline Miller knew it as it went. She's got a smile on her face, but she does get Roseburg within 2. It is 8-6. My apologies for those watching on our video stream. I had not updated the scoreboard. Getting back into the flow of things. Into the middle, Kearney turns, hands it off left side. Raleigh with it. 1 minute to play here in the opening period. Into the right corner for Sowers. Uses the dribble, toss it across the floor. Long pass out to Raleigh. Jab step right, drives baseline in. She'll knock it down. First field goal of the night for Morgan Raleigh. Full court pressure, making it tough to get the ball in, but Roseburg gets lucky. The ball gets ricocheted right back to Kennedy Smith, who was inbounding. Up the floor and a travel. Turnover there by the Indians. Aline Miller, a little out of control, got caught in the defense and gives it back to the Irish. They lead it 10-6. 4-point lead. Largest margin has been 5 for the Irish. From the left elbow, turn, drive. Kearney lost it. They kick back out to the top. Right side, a 3 by Sowers. Too long. Weak side rebound for Raleigh. Draws it out. Left side, a 3 by Kearney. And she banks it in. Kearney, three-pointer, first of the night for her. Third here in the first period for the Irish. They lead it 13-6. 7-point lead is the largest of the night for Sheldon, but will walk the other direction with 9.3 on the first period clock to send Roseburg back to the free throw line. Both teams are in the double bonus here in the first period, and it's going to be Aline Miller back to the charity stripe. Roseburg has scored all 6 of their points at the free throw line here in the first quarter. Miller can't get the first one to fall. One more to go. 9.3 seconds left to go in the first quarter. Miller will get 1 out of 2 like she did the first time she was at the stripe. Clock running, so are the Irish. Up the floor comes Trumbull. Left side and a carry call. She'll turn it over with 3.8 on the first quarter clock. Roseburg facing the full court pressure. Get it back to Kennedy Smith, and the first quarter is going to come to a close. 13-7 is our score. The Irish in front, but Roseburg not trailing by much. Sticking around here in this first period. We'll go to the break and come back with the second quarter after this on 541radio.com and on the score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
At Douglas County Farmers Co-op, we want your four-legged friends to be healthy and happy. That's why we stock a carefully curated selection of pet, equine, and livestock supplies. From the premium foods your pets crave to grooming and show supplies that help you shine in the show ring, you'll find it at Douglas County Farmers Co-op. Our knowledgeable staff are here to help with those tough pet and livestock care questions. Stop by or shop at DouglasCountyFarmersCoop.com.
It's time to get your game on with Mountain Mike's oven roasted chicken wings. They're meaty, juicy, in 4 bold sauces ready to tempt your taste buds. And they're hand sauced and tossed for every order. It's game on with Mountain Mike's Pizza oven roasted chicken wings. Get your wings today. Order online or on our app for carryout or delivery.
Second quarter action coming up here on the score. Tonight's game brought to you by Chuck Swarman Family Auto Repair. Are you ready to go where life takes you? 8 minutes on the board. 13-7 is our score. Roseburg trailing by 6. They trailed by as many as 7. They've been able to hang around here with the Sheldon Irish. Both teams looking for their first conference victory. Roseburg with the basketball to start the quarter. A runner off the mark underneath. Kalia Smith with the rebound. No, on the putback, gets her own board again and goes up, and she'll draw the whistle and head to the free throw line. In the first quarter, leading scorers with 4 points for Sheldon, Jenna Ayers. That came all in one play. Got fouled in the act of shooting a 3. The shot went in, hit the free throw for the 4-point play. Leading scorer for Roseburg with 3 points was Shaylee Sykes. She went 3 of 4 at the free throw line for her 3 points. Roseburg has only scored at the charity stripe in this one so far. And the shots were off the mark there for Kalia Smith. On the rebound attempt, ball was knocked out of bounds. Actually, a foul called on Ireland Weaver. And so the Irish will get the ball. Down to Shuck, kicks it across the lane, out to Trumbull, launches a three from the left elbow, hit off the top of the backboard, and that'll be to Roseburg. Out of bounds to the Indians. For Roseburg, you got Weaver out there, Kalia Smith, Aline Miller, Cambria Bachmeyer, and Grace Bachmeyer out there. A lot of ball handlers for Roseburg. Kalia Smith is the largest, or tallest player, I should say, on the floor for the Indians. Cambria sends it left side to Ireland. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Find the cutter. Miller underneath. Scoop shot is good. Aline Miller will have the first field goal of the night for Roseburg. They've done all their damage at the free throw line. Makes it 13-9. Left-hand dribble left side. Trumbull across the top of the arc. Out in the middle. Kearney kicks it back to Trumbull. Gets it on the left wing. That ball tipped out of the hands of Kearney. She tracks it down on the sideline in front of the Roseburg bench. Gets it to Shuck at the top. Back to Trumbull. Down to 14 on the shot clock. Pass left side. Kearney into the baseline. Swiping at it is Miller. Can't get it away. Trumbull with it. One-hand push pass. Down to 5 seconds on the shot clock. Shuck working against Smith. Goes up with a shot. Too strong. Ball tipped out, and it'll go to Roseburg. Good defensive possession for the Indians. Forcing a last-second shot there by Savannah Shuck. And Roseburg will earn that possession. Back into the game comes McKenna Rohde. 13-9 our score here. 541radio.com. Watch our game streaming live there. Head to the Score homepage and watch the action with us. Or, stick with us on the radio, however you may be tuning in for tonight's ball game. Into the right corner, Ireland Weaver. A runner from the baseline. Throws it up too strong, but jumping in there and tying things up is Kalia Smith. Possession arrow will go to Sheldon. But good defensive effort for Kalia getting in there and forcing the jump ball call. 6 minutes to play here in the first half. It's a 4-point game, 13-9. Roseburg playing tough here. Almost have matched how many points they scored in 4 quarters against Grants Pass earlier this week. 3 from the right corner, left open, and hit it. Peyton Sowers will put the 3 in, and the 3 ball right now is helping Sheldon build a lead. Up the floor to Smith, through her hands, tracks it down in the corner. Roseburg would love to see a 3 ball go through, cut down the deficit, trailing by 7 again, their largest deficit. Out at the top, Cambria Bachmeyer to Aline Miller. Miller left side. Nice crowd showing up for us here tonight. We've got Unified Basketball coming up at halftime here, so stay tuned for the halftime show. Kalia Smith tried to turn and face the basket, bounce away left side to Weaver. Defense tried to close out and got there a little bit too hard. Bailey Line committing the foul. Blocking foul. Roseburg will have it on their own baseline. 35 on the shot clock with the reset. Inbounding. Bachmeyer gets it to Smith. Out to Grace Bachmeyer at the top. Both Grace and Cambria out there. Leighton Osborne, who's been on the bench with a couple of fouls, ready to check in. They could use her offense. Out to Miller. Draws it back out, keeping it away from the defense. Baseline skip pass out to the left side now. Cambria into the corner for Grace. Has a little bit of space, going to launch the 3, and she buries it! Grace Bachmeyer with the first 3 of the night for Roseburg. It's down to a 4-point game, 16-12. Underneath, Shuck with it, turns, spins, puts it up, and rolls it through. Answers on the other side. Shuck stretches it back out to a 6-point game, 18-12. Pressure going up the floor for Weaver, too strong, and she can't track it down. Roseburg girls huffing and puffing. They've been working hard out there, playing some strong defense, trying to stay with the Irish. Some new fresh legs will come in, some fresh lungs for Roseburg. Leighton Osborne checks in for Ireland Weaver. Around a screen, into a 3. Trumbull off the front iron, no. Weak side rebound pulled down by Sowers. Into the far corner, Rohde drives to the free throw line and travels. The freshman will turn it over. Roseburg's doing a good job of just being disruptive with Sheldon and haven't let them get into a rhythm. Sheldon putting together the full court press. Up the floor for Osborne. Find her running out there. Ooh, nice step back. Got the defender off position, but couldn't finish. Too strong at the rim. And now running the other direction is Sheldon. Make the cut. Had the defender go by, and an easy bank shot in for Sowers. She's got 5 in the period and makes it an 8-point game, largest lead for the Irish. Bachmeyer, Cambria brings it up with the right-hand dribble. Gets a screen from Osborne. Got baseline and draws the whistle on Savannah Shuck, who throws her head back in frustration, trying to stay out of foul trouble. She commits the foul there. Substitutions coming in. Jenna Ayers will check in. So will Hayden Kearney. But we're going to wait until the free throws are done here. To the line goes Cambria Bachmeyer. First one rattles out, spits out of the cylinder. Tonight's game brought to you by Flyaway Travel. You can contact the travel experts at Travel Leader, Flyaway Travel. Make sure that you have an agent in your corner. Call 541-672-5701. Another free throw for the right-handed shooter. And again, it just doesn't want to stay in the cylinder. Bachmeyer 0 for 4 at the line. 3:38 to go here in the opening half of tonight's ball game. A baseball pass out to the top. High arcing three. Might have grazed the iron, but not by much. Out of bounds, Jenna Ayers on the miss. It'll go to Roseburg. Harley Asen will check into the game. Coming out is Cambria Bachmeyer. Miller, Asen, Osborne, Grace Bachmeyer, and Kalia Smith out on the floor for the Tribe. Wearing the white jerseys here tonight. Grace has it knocked away by Trumbull. Tracks it down, tried to pass it to Miller. Got tipped into the backcourt. Roseburg will recover, but 15 on the shot clock. They got to make sure they're aware how much time's left. Around a screen left side. Get it to Grace. Has a 3 here in the period. Hands it off. Osborne from the free throw line. 5 seconds. 3 seconds. Driving is Grace Bachmeyer. Throws up a shot. Hits iron before the horn, but it rolls off and into the hands of the Irish. Ayers will bring it up. Across the timeline. Sends it away left side into the corner. Kearney left corner. Back out to Trumbull at the wing. Pass out at the top. Kick ball off the leg of Leighton Osborne. Does a nice job of getting into the passing lane to knock it away. Grace Bachmeyer will get a breather. Into the game came Kennedy Smith. And Aline Miller will get a breather as well. Caitlin Younts will check in for the first time tonight. A pass tipped by Leighton Osborne, looking to finish it, and will. Steal and the finish. Osborne with her first 2 of the night, back to a 6-point game. Out at the top, Osborne trying to apply some pressure with the zone defense. A 3 from the top, and Jenna Ayers airballed the last one. She's not going to do that again. Hits that and makes it a 9-point game. Now Sheldon's had an answer every time Roseburg's tried to get back into this one. It's 23-14 with 2 minutes to go in the first half. Asen left side. Osborne at the top, fires it to Smith. On the right wing now with it, Younts looks for the cutter. Asen, ball got knocked away, and it's going to go to Roseburg. Indians will get it back with 13 seconds on the shot clock. 1:56 to go on the game clock here in the first half. Younts got to find somebody moving to get open. Oh, they make a nice play for Kalia Smith. It was there, but the pass just a little off the mark. She couldn't handle it in the process of trying to catch the basketball, turn, and get to the basket. So out of bounds, back to Sheldon. Right idea, just couldn't quite execute. Sheldon, Trumbull, fake the pass into the corner. Sowers launches a 3. It doesn't fall. Rebound tipped right to Kalia. Outlet up to Osborne, almost kicked off her heel. She turns, gets it one-on-one, goes to the rim, makes the wraparound pass back out to Younts, and the Sheldon defense will get back in position. And now a turnover. Kennedy Smith couldn't get it. Breakaway for Gwyneth Salo. Gwyneth Salo will get the easy 2 on the breakout. Roseburg just got a little too far ahead of themselves on that whole possession. After a nice job getting the stop, they turned it right back over. Younts to Asen on the right corner. Looking underneath, Cutters looking for Osborne, wasn't there. Younts gets it at the top, left side for Kennedy Smith. Smith finds Osborne cutting, gets it down in the left blocks, looks to attack, gets pushed over, and a foul called against Trumbull. Trumbull trying to get right up in the face of Leighton Osborne. Got a little bit too close for comfort and knocked her over. as Coach Tash O'Brien and Coach Chad Smith meet at midcourt and talk to each other. All friendly. I think just having a conversation about what's going on in the game. 59 seconds. Out to Osborne. Catch and shoot three. Buries it! Leighton Osborne. She's got 5 in the period. A big 3 there for Roseburg to keep them within distance at 8-point deficit. A 3 off the mark for Ayers. Rebound goes right to Osborne. Up the floor. Right to the rim. Lays it in. She's got 7 in the period after being in foul trouble. Great to have her back out there. Makes it a 6-point game. 25-19. 31 seconds. Around Trumbull. The runner drops in. Kaya Trumbull, her first points of the night, stretches it back to an 8-point game. 20 seconds to go. Roseburg, a chance to try and get the last points of the first half and make it a close game going into the halftime break. Trying to split 2 defenders. Ball is knocked loose. Up the floor comes Ayers. Kalia Smith back there puts on some defensive pressure, and it's a Roseburg basketball knocked out of bounds. Nice job by Kalia to get back in time to pester things there. 5 seconds. Catch. Run up the floor. Younce to the middle. Asen at the horn. Buries it! And Roseburg, a little bit of a spurt there as the second quarter comes to a close. They will go to the halftime break trailing 27-21. A nice little rally there for the Tribe. They score 14 in the second period, and they will take a 6-point deficit into the halftime break. Hey, nice showing here tonight for the Roseburg girls, and they will look to try and see if they can come out of the locker room with some momentum. We've got Unified Basketball coming up here at halftime, so don't go anywhere. We'll take a 2-minute timeout and come back with some stats and a recap of the first half and a look at the Unified Basketball game going on tonight here at Roseburg High School. The Roseburg girls trail Sheldon 27-21 at the halftime break on 541radio.com and on the Score 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
Successful companies have a very important secret. Good advertising works and makes them money. That's why your business should contact Lotus Media Group. Let us help you cash in with multimedia advertising. Multiple touches from Douglas County's only Google certified partner and most effective advertising platform. Web, broadcast, print. Make it happen. LotusMediaGroupLLC.com.
Do I have enough money put away to retire?
Plan for your future with confidence. At Palm Wealth Management, we'll help you see a clear path to financial peace of mind. Call Palm Wealth Management today.
In today's big box store, how-to YouTube video world, it is hard to do it yourself. If you're fixing your fence or putting in a new one, the only place to start is Quality Fence. We stock almost anything you need and take the time to show you how to really do it yourself. Visit the Quality Fence showroom in Roseburg and get great fencing ideas at QualityFenceCo.com.
Quality Fences, doing it right for you.
Looking for more local sports coverage? CBS Sports Radio 1490 The Score has you covered. Check out our homepage at 541radio.com for sports stories, scores, and podcasts. And follow us on social media. 1490 The Score is on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. And take the station with you wherever you go with the 541 Radio app. Download the app in your smartphone's app store and get access to a live stream of the station, sports stories, podcasts, and easy messaging with the station and other.
Here at the halftime break, the Roseburg Indians trail against the Sheldon Irish 27-21. We are getting entertained by Roseburg Unified Basketball here at halftime. They had a game against Sutherland here a couple of days ago. Earlier this week, I believe it was, I was told. Good showing. Great to see that Unified Basketball thriving here in Douglas County. The Sutherland basketball program with I was being told, I was talking with Athletics Secretary Marcy Michael, that Sutherland had about 30 athletes out there for their unified basketball team, which has always been a very strong program, and Roseburg's had a very strong program as well. They had about 20. So you had quite a few basketball athletes out there, unified basketball. Really cool to see. A couple of former Roseburg Indians out there helping lead things, kind of coaches out there. I know it's a former Roseburg volleyball player, and I believe played basketball, Kennedy Bayless-Hines out there, I believe, if I'm recognizing faces. And then Zach Schiltz, I believe, is the other one out there, former Roseburg Indian, helping run things out there in the unified game here tonight. So great to see some former Roseburg Indians coming back to be a part of it. And, of course, Zach's mom, Fawn, has been a huge part of unified basketball here at Roseburg High School for a very long time, and she's down coaching things on the bench. You know what's really cool is that I've done Roseburg High School basketball games for a long time, and we've seen a number of these unified games at halftimes of some of the games throughout the years. And I'm actually recognizing some faces of athletes that have been in this program for a few years. It's really cool to see that they're still out there doing it and getting a chance to be a part of it and having fun. So unified basketball going on here at halftime. A 3-ball. Ooh, just a bit too long. I was told we might get a little bit of a longer halftime break because of the unified game here, as it's kind of hard to tell them that they have to clear the floor. They get out there and have a lot of fun doing it. So it's great to see that everybody's getting involved. Here at the break, our score is 27-21. Roseburg trailing by 6. The lead has been as large as 9 for Sheldon, but a 6-point game. We'll take a look at individual scoring and team scoring here coming up in just a few moments as they talk it all through here. Going to try to get a shot off. Oh, from the free throw line, just off the mark, but a putback bucket is good for the orange team. Let's go ahead and get in another 2-minute timeout here. We'll get in a 2-minute break, and then we'll come back with some stats from the first half for the Roseburg girls and Sheldon girls varsity matchup going on here at Stuart W. Robertson Memorial Gymnasium here tonight. Back after a quick break on 541radio.com and on the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM. For those that are watching on our video stream at 541radio.com and on YouTube at 1490 The Score, we didn't take the video break there. Let you continue to watch some of our unified basketball going on as another bucket goes in for the orange team. And their time starting to wind down here as the teams are coming out of the locker room. And they will get together for a quick huddle and a celebration. Everybody giving a round of applause. A lot of fun there. Great to see the spirit and the enjoyment. That's fun. Great stuff there. Taking a quick look at some stats, and we'll get one more timeout in here at our halftime break. It is 27-21, Sheldon in front of Roseburg here at the break in tonight's girls basketball game. For the Sheldon Irish, they were 2 of 7 at the free throw line, made 5 3-pointers in that first half. Leading scorer with 7 was Jenna Ayers. Had the 4-point play in the first quarter, hit another 3 in the second. She's got 7 total. You've got 5 points for Peyton Sowers, all coming in the second quarter. And then nobody else with more than 3 in that first half. On the other side for Roseburg, all in the second quarter, Leighton Osborne with 7, hit a 3 and had a couple of lay-ins for 7 points. Leading scorer for the Indians, tied with Ayers for leading scorer in the game. Also with 4 points for Roseburg, Aline Miller coming off the bench and hitting a couple of free throws. And then nobody else with more than 3. Roseburg was 7 of 14 at the charity stripe and hit 2 3-pointers in the first half. We'll take a 1-minute timeout and we'll come back. Second half action coming up for us here as Roseburg takes on the Sheldon Irish in a Southwest Conference battle here on 541radio.com and on the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
At Douglas County Farmers Co-op, we want your four-legged friends to be healthy and happy. That's why we stock a carefully curated selection of pet, equine, and livestock supplies. From the premium foods your pets crave to grooming and show supplies that help you shine in the show ring, you'll find it at Douglas County Farmers Co-op. Our knowledgeable staff are here to help with those tough pet and livestock care questions. Stop by or shop at DouglasCountyFarmersCoop.com.
It's time to get your game on with Mountain Mike's oven roasted chicken wings. They're meaty, juicy, in 4 bold sauces ready to tempt your taste buds. And they're hand sauced and tossed for every order. It's game on with Mountain Mike's Pizza oven roasted chicken wings. Get your wings today. Order online or on our app for carryout or delivery.
The Roseburg boys coaching staff in the house tonight. Looking down to my left there's head coach Jordan Humphreys and his assistant coaches hanging out here with them tonight. Good to see out here supporting. The boys played last night at Sheldon. Unfortunately, second half, it got ugly for Roseburg. 71-45, the final score there. So Roseburg boys suffered the loss. But they'll look to see if they can flush that, bounce back, and they will be back to action coming up next week. They are hosting South Medford on Tuesday next week. Roseburg girls will also be facing South Medford. The number 5 ranked South Medford girls will be hosting Roseburg coming up next Tuesday. Joey Keyran here with you tonight at Stuart W. Robertson Memorial Gymnasium. Tonight's ballgame has been brought to you by Fisher's Hearth and Home, serving Douglas County for over 30 years with the largest selection of wood, gas, pellet, and electric stoves and fireplaces in the area. And tonight's game, another sponsor of high school sports here on the Score, DC Farmers Co-op, where everyone is welcome to shop. 27-21, a 6-point lead for the Sheldon Irish after the first half of the ball game. And now Roseburg will get the ball to start the second half, and we'll see if the Indians can come out strong out of the halftime locker room. Roseburg will be moving right to left on your radio dial. It's Kalia Smith on the left side out to Osborne. Her 3 well off the mark, but a rebound got tipped to Smith by Asen. And Sheldon will end up coming away with the loose ball up the floor. Find a wide open Shuck in the middle. And Savannah Shuck will lay it in and stretch it back out to an 8-point lead. 29-21 as the Irish will strike first here in the second half. Leighton Osborne to Shaylee Sykes. Kalia Smith, pump fake, bounce it back out. Osborne going to try another 3 off the back of the iron. No, Arlie Asen with a nice offensive board. Got the rebound again and tried to go up, but got it stripped out of her hands and draws a whistle. The foul going to be against Sheldon. It goes against Savannah Shuck. I have it down as her 3rd, and that's what the scoreboard says as well. Arlie Asen will go to the line looking for some more points, had 2 in the first half. And she will roll through the first of 2 free throws. Our live video coverage is brought to you by the Cow Creek Tribe. Watch with us at 541radio.com. Go to the Score homepage to watch the game there. Or you can head to our YouTube channel, search 1490 The Score on YouTube, and find us there. Hit the subscribe button and follow Roseburg High Sports throughout this school year. Second free throw for Asen, no good. 1 out of 2. Roseburg now 8 for 15 at the free throw line. Out at the top, Morgan Raleigh. Circles around, goes left side, gives it up for Jaden Mayernick. She goes right down the middle of the lane and runs right into Kalea Smith. Kalea will, she wants a sub. She got cross-checked right into her chest there, and I think that might have knocked her pretty good. She looks like she would like a breather on the bench. First one goes through for Mayernick at the line. Makes it a 9-point ball game. Excuse me, makes it an 8-point ball game. Did not add in Arlie Asen's free throw from earlier. Second one goes through. Mayernick hits them both, her first points of the night, and now it is a 9-point ball game once again, matching the largest lead of the night for the Irish. They haven't gotten it to double figures yet. They've come out of the locker room looking a little fierce as they play their man-to-man defense. Zone defense here. On the left side, Grace Bachmeyer, high dribble, almost stripped away. Pass got tipped out of bounds. A little zig when they should have zagged. Morgan Raleigh, though, sticks her hand in the passing lane, knocked it out of bounds. Leighton Osborne was the intended target. She vacated her spot, and the pass from Miller went to nobody, but it was thankfully tipped by Sheldon. On the right wing, Miller with it. Ball tipped out of her hands, will go into the backcourt and out of bounds with 6 seconds left on the shot clock. Roseburg's got to be aware of the shot clock. Inbound coming from near the Sheldon bench, goes into Grace Bachmeyer. Down to 4 seconds, 3 seconds. 1 second on the clock, thrown up by Arlie Asen, and it's too long. Rebound pulled down by Raleigh. Didn't touch anything, but they don't stop it as the board came down to the Irish. Raleigh gets free baseline. The reverse is good. Morgan Raleigh with a nifty move on the baseline, and the Sheldon Irish have stretched it out to its largest lead at 11. A timeout taken down on the floor by Roseburg, and we're going to take one as well. A 30-second timeout here on 541radio.com and on the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
My wife and I moved to Oregon to raise a family, set our roots, and to have a lot of fun outdoors. We quickly realized that we needed a truck or a rig for the projects that we were doing in our backyard. When we were looking to find a place to finance our truck, we asked our patients, and everyone recommended Cascade Community Credit Union. It was so easy to work with Cascade. Everything was done via email, phone, and we didn't even need to go in. I can't wait to finish up the projects in the backyard, go on more adventures in our truck with our boys, and I look forward to working with Cascade again in the future.
33-22 our score here with 6:03 to go in the third quarter. Roseburg with the basketball. Aline Miller with a three-point attempt. Too long, but it's pulled out by Cambria Bachmeyer. Excuse me, that's Grace Bachmeyer. She'll circle it back out to the top to reset the Roseburg offense. They get it to Asen in the left corner. Back to Miller, back to Asen. She'll pull up for the long two and knocks it through. Arlie Asen, her second field goal of the night. And Arlie putting together a solid performance here, has 5 points in the ball game. Around a screen out at the top with it, Kearney gives it away for Bailey Line. She'll give it up to Raleigh. Raleigh looks for Line on the pick and roll, but her shot rims out. It's pulled down by Sykes, and Shaley will hand it off to Grace. Grace will bring it up the right side of the floor across the timeline. Sheldon with its zone defense. Left side, Asen's shot doesn't want to fall through. Sheldon will get the board, race up the floor quickly. Raleigh, nobody guarded her, but Miller will poke it free. Now she gets it on the ground, and jump ball called. It will give it back to the Irish. 33-24 is our score, 9-point game after that bucket by Asen, cutting it back down to single digits. Roseburg almost had that takeaway. Nice job by Miller to get the poke away on Raleigh. Raleigh with a left-hand dribble almost lost it. Retreats back into the corner. Crossover, got free, and had her shot blocked by Asen. She does that, and the volleyball court comes through with one there. Back out to the top. Sheldon keeps it. Shot clock didn't reset. Down to 10 after the block. Pass right side. Kearney, feet going all over the place. Drives in, puts up a shot. No, and Osborne has the rebound. Roseburg with a nice defensive stand. Miller will have it and bring it up the floor through the center circle. Pass away left side. Looking to try and break this zone defense. Asen driving in. Two-hand push shot. It's too strong. And another rebound underneath for Morgan Raleigh. And she's trying to go coast to coast. Call the offensive. They do. Morgan Raleigh lowered her shoulder right into the chest of Aline Miller and sent her to the floor. And Morgan Raleigh will pick up another one. I have it for her second. Then the scoreboard will say her third. Raleigh will go to the bench. So does Mayernick. As the Irish will bring in Trumbull and Sowers into the contest. Grace brings it into the front court. Bounce to the middle for Sykes. Sykes gives it out to the top to Miller. They'll work the right side of the floor here. Osborne had a huge second quarter. Need to get her going here in the third if they can. Trailing by 9. Entry pass goes to Asen. Grace tries to circle around, got it stripped out of her hands, and then bodies on the floor as Shaylee Sykes tries to go up with the reverse. She gets hit in the act of shooting with a player at her ankles and another one swiping at her hands. It'll send Shaylee Sykes to the free throw line where she's had all 3 of her points. Hasn't scored since the first quarter. Free throws coming up with 3:51 to go here in the third quarter. Sykes, the right-handed shooter, spins it up there. It rims off. Tonight's game brought to you by Cascade Community Credit Union, belong to Douglas County. Also want to say thanks to McClendon Smokehouse and Centennial Orthopedics. Sports injuries and more, it's your move. Visit centennialorthopodiatry.com. Both free throws no good for Sykes. And then the rebound tipped out of bounds. It'll stay with Roseburg with 3:51 to go here in the third quarter. Timeout taken down on the floor by the Indians. We'll get in another one as well. 30-second timeout here on 541radio.com and on the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
Successful companies have a very important secret. Good advertising works and makes them money. That's why your business should contact Lotus Media Group. Let us help you cash in with multimedia advertising. Multiple touches from Douglas County's only Google certified partner and most effective advertising platform. Web, broadcast, print. Make it happen. LotusMediaGroupLLC.com.
.351 to go here in the third quarter from Roseburg High School. Roseburg girls basketball here on the Score tonight, brought to you by Palm Wealth Management, a member of D.A. Davidson and Company, member SIPC. Well, Sheldon jumped out, scored 6 quick points early in this one, but Roseburg's been able to fight their way back. It's been a low-scoring third quarter, though. 6-3 is our total, with Sheldon holding the advantage. They've stretched their lead out to as much as 11. That's where it is right now. Shot off the mark and tipped out of bounds by Roseburg. It was Ireland Weaver. Got her hands in there but couldn't secure the basketball. Some full court press here from the Indians. Pass up the floor. Sheldon will break the press into the front court for Ayers. And now it's taken away by Kalia Smith. Roseburg will get the steal. 1-on-4. And Cambria Bachmeyer will slow it down. Give it to Weaver. Left side, Smith. That's Kennedy Smith out there along with Kalia Smith. Pass tried to get it to Kalia. Got tipped back out to Kennedy. Right side, Cambria. Into the middle for Kalia. And she gets double teamed and draws a whistle as she had arms all over her. Jenna Ayers tries to plead her case. Does not get a rebuttal there. And a timeout coming for the Sheldon Irish. As checking into the game, McKenna Rohde will come in for Peyton Sowers. Foul called against Ayers, her third in the ballgame. Timeout taken by the Irish. We're going to use one as well here on 541radio.com and on the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM. Okay, just a third.
Find everything you need to enjoy the outdoors, at home or on the road, at Douglas County Farmers Co-op. Our garden center has what you need to create an oasis at home, from patio furniture to plants and everything in between. And whether you're barbecuing at home or tailgating at the game, We stock the best products from Yeti, Traeger, and Weber. Stop by or shop online at DouglasCountyFarmersCoop.com.
3:11 to go here in the third quarter. Roseburg and Sheldon squaring off in a Southwest Conference battle here tonight. I want to give a shout out to the Roseburg competitive cheerleading team. They are down in Las Vegas for the Jams National competition. And based off their Instagram account, I think things are going well. I just don't know if I quite grasp exactly what I'm supposed to be reading there. So good luck to them. I think things have gone well. I hope they are. Back to action here out of the Sheldon timeout. Ireland Weaver gets a whistle. Hesitation, shimmy, shake, dribble, and drive for Ireland Weaver. And on the right blocks, gets a whistle. Kaya Trumbull trying to ask what she did on that play, getting an explanation from the official. Foul does go against Trumbull, her second. And at the free throw line will be Ireland Weaver, short on the front end. Weaver had 2 points at the free throw line back in the first quarter, misses here. I think I said it was an 11-point game earlier. It was a 9-point game, and now it is an 8-point game. My apologies for looking at the scoreboard backwards. Entry pass down low. McKenna Rohde out to the free throw line. Bailey line shot no good. Offensive board and a putback. And the Irish will head to the free throw line. It's going to be Ayers that goes to the stripe. Foul goes against Arlie Asen, her first. 33-25. And the first one no good for Ayers. Ayers with 7 points in the first half. Still on that mark here in the second. Tonight's game brought to you by Mountain Mike's Pizza at the corner of Bellows and Harvard in Roseburg. Mountain Mike's Pizza, the way it ought to be. Empty trip to the line, but an offensive board for the Irish. Pass out left side, an open look at a three from the wing is good. Bailey Line will drop one in the bucket. And now it is an 11-point lead once again for the Irish, matching their largest of the night. 36-25, 2:22 to play. Deep three from the right side. That one had enough distance, didn't have the accuracy on the shot by Bachmeyer. Cambria. Up the floor. Weaver almost pokes it away. A short-range jumper, no. Offensive board, loose ball. Dive for it on the ground. Sheldon will keep it. Out to the top, Trumbull around two defenders and draws the whistle. Here in this third quarter, 9 points on the board for the Irish. For Roseburg, just 4. Trying to keep pace. Inbound from the baseline. Rohde gets it into the right corner for Trumbull. High off the glass, the kiss, and it goes through. I'm not sure you could replicate that angle if you tried. 14-point game, largest mark of the night for the Irish. A runner, scoop shot no good for Weaver. Rebound pulled away by Sheldon up the floor, and a soft touch at the rim for Ayers. And the Irish starting to get their momentum here in this third quarter. 41-25. Final score is not going to show how competitive this game it was for a half here, unless Roseburg can really start to put the pieces together. Arlie Asen can't get one to fall through. Hit it in the box, and it just popped out of that iron. A rebound pulled down by Sheldon. They've been doing a good job on the glass. The Irish with the basketball, leading right now by 16. A three from the right side, adding to it. Jenna Ayers, her third of the night. 44-25. 19-point advantage. In the left corner, Kalia Smith out to Kennedy Smith. Weaver at the top of the circle. Bounce pass right side at the wing. Cambria Bachmeyer back out to Ireland Weaver. Three off the mark, and the rebound tipped around. It's Sheldon that comes up with it. Up the floor, wide open, cherry picking down the floor. Hayden Kearney, and a huge run there by the Irish stretches this one to a 21-point advantage. 41.5 seconds to go in the third quarter, and we got a timeout taken by Roseburg. Well, the Irish wake up, and they have started to hit their shots. 46-25 our score. We're going to keep it right here before the third quarter break. As the Roseburg cheerleaders will take the floor, the band is starting to come back. They'll be performing, I'm sure, here soon. Tonight's game brought to you by Bowers Industrial, a proud supporter of our local community and youth sports. Well, it's been a tough period scoring for Roseburg. They mucked it up in the first half and kept Sheldon kind of low scoring as well, but you could only hold them down for so long. Sheldon now with 19 points in the period, and Roseburg still held at just 4. The Sheldon JV team getting the win earlier here tonight, and the varsity team looking to try and get there as well. Sheldon was coming off of a 67-47 loss against Willamette on Tuesday. So they're trying to get that first conference win of the season. They are 1.5 points shy of their season average. So next made basket, and Sheldon will hit their season average. Their season high is 61 points. They could possibly, with a big fourth quarter, get there. Sykes in the corner. Osborne, been a quiet third quarter for Osborne after a nice second quarter. Entry pass to the left corner, taken away by Sheldon. Up the floor now comes Ayers, goes right to the right block, puts up the short jumper. The bunny is good. And it's 48-25. This period's been all Sheldon. Kennedy Smith, left wing. Cambria Bachmeyer against this zone, bounces it through to Sykes. Had the right idea, drew the defense, but gets a whistle that negates the nice court vision there from Cambria Bachmeyer, finding a cutting Shaylee Sykes, who had an easy finish taken away. Going to the free throw line will be Cambria Bachmeyer. She is 0 for 4 at the stripe on the night. Another sponsor of tonight's ball game, Gibbs RV Superstore. You gotta get to Gibbs, where RV means real value. Bachmeyer will try to see if she can break her scoreless streak at the stripe. Yep, she will. Drops the first one in the bucket. And that stops a long scoring streak there for Sheldon. Second one, no good. We got a lane violation, so she'll get another chance at it. To Bailey Line, got a little forward heavy over her skis on that one, and could not stay in her spot on the lane. So another look at it here for Bachmeyer. And that one didn't catch iron. 1 out of 2 at the stripe there for Cambria. 6.6 seconds to go. Picked up by Trumbull. She'll race into the front court. Deep three. Missed everything. Out of bounds. Off the wall. And finishes out the third quarter. Our score after 3, 48-26. Sheldon in front of Roseburg at the end of the third quarter. We'll come back with the fourth quarter after this 1-minute timeout on 541radio.com and on the score, 92.3 FM at 1490 AM.
Hey there, sports fans. Thanks for watching this local sporting event online at 541radio.com. Did you know there's more than one way to watch games online? You can watch games on your laptop or desktop computer, your tablet, or even your smartphone just by going to 541radio.com. But we also use YouTube to stream all of our video broadcasts, which means you could be watching this game on your big screen TV with a number of different streaming devices. You can stream our live YouTube broadcast through your PlayStation or Xbox gaming device, or through streaming devices like Google Chromecast, Apple TV, or Roku. There's plenty of ways to follow this live local sporting event. Plus, you can find past events archived on 1490 The Score's YouTube channel. Find us on YouTube and subscribe today to keep up with the latest in local sports coverage.
Back here at Roseburg High School as we get the fourth quarter underway. It is 48-26 our score, and Roseburg has the ball taken away as we start the fourth quarter. Sheldon with the steal, the run out on the right side, an entry pass, trying to get it down to Savannah Shuck. She is fouled as Shaylee Sykes tries to cover her down in the right blocks. Welcome you back here to Roseburg High School. Live video coverage of tonight's ball game is brought to you by the Cow Creek Tribe. Appreciate everybody that's tuning in, whether you're watching or listening on the radio or maybe listening to the online stream as well. Appreciate you being with us here tonight. Entry pass tipped away. Aline Miller got a hand in there. Grace Bachmeyer brings it up the floor. Pressured from behind as Gwyneth Salo is into the game. Sykes out to Osborne. They wing it around left side. Aline Miller into the Sykes in the middle. Back out. Osborne got a look at a three, and she'll splash it in. Three-pointer for Leighton Osborne, her second of the night. Pass into the left corner for Trumbull. Tried to enter it underneath. Too far for Shuck. It's taken away by Grace. Bachmeyer tried to pass it up the floor to Miller. Race to get there. Bodies hit the floor, and it's going to be Grace Bachmeyer that comes away with it and draws a foul against Sheldon. Sheldon Irish, 21 points in the third quarter, and Roseburg with just 5 in that third period, leading to a significant advantage here in the fourth quarter for the Irish. Grace Bachmeyer goes to the bench. Some blood, I think, is going to be the call here. They're going to give her an injury timeout here for the blood, and they will start the clock. And back in quickly is Grace Bachmeyer. Didn't take long for her. Roseburg with a three-point made here in the fourth quarter so far. We're going to try and keep that going. Osborne over to the right side from Miller, trying to find somewhere to go in the middle of the zone. Kick it out, an open look at a three for Grace, and it's off the back of the iron. A little flat, comes down right into the hands of the Irish. Rhodey brings it up the floor, directing traffic with her left hand. Looking to face off against this Roseburg zone defense. Pulling in for the mid-range jumper off the mark for line. Offensive board. Shuck gets it underneath. Backed her way into an open look. Missed the first one, which was easier. Got her own rebound. Goes back up. Gets that to fall in. And she'll get a chance to go to the free throw line for a three-point play. The foul goes against Shaylee Sykes. Coming in will be Peyton Sowers. That is the third on Sykes. Heading to the bench will go McKenna Rhodey. Free throw coming up here for Shuck. And she will get it. Shuck is 2 for 3 at the stripe in this one. 51-29. Sheldon leading comfortably after their big third quarter explosion. Osborne dribbles right side, gets baseline, skip pass to Miller, found her wide open. The 12-footer no, but underneath the rebound, a foul called against the Irish. Oh, no, they call it against Shaylee Sykes, who picks up her fourth. And that sends her to the bench quickly. The Irish will have it here with 5:48 to go in this fourth quarter and in the ball game. And the left corner, Sowers. Pass tipped into the stands. Getting some fans in on the action. We'll have a break for a legal ID here in just a moment when we get the opportunity. The right elbow at the free throw stripe. Shuck sends it into the corner. Back out, a right wing three. It's a bit long, grazed the iron, and now stepping on the baseline, a turnover for Bailey Lime. Indians will have the basketball with 5:27 to go here in the fourth quarter. Trailing right now by 22. A three by Osborne off the front of the iron, no good. Spinning out with the basketball. Salo up the floor, marked by Osborne at the top. Gives it away, line, bounce in the middle. Shuck out to the right wing. Sowers almost lost it through her hands. Will get it back in the right corner. Launches a three off the front iron. Osborne right there for the rebound. Cleans the glass, now trying to go coast to coast, and unfortunately travels. Leighton Osborne, she will definitely be one to watch going forward. Just a sophomore, but still some growth on the floor to go for her. But she's got good size at 5'10", and she's shown the ability to score the basketball. 7 points in the game, actually make it 10 with her 3 here in this fourth quarter. Only player in double figures for the Indians so far. Shuck at the free throw line, pull-up jumper, contested. Rebound got tipped back to her. She'll have another look at it. And now the pass taken away. Here goes Osborne breaking out in front of everybody with a little bit of defense and lays it in. Leighton Osborne with an easy breakaway bucket on the steal. And a carry call on Trumbull. She looks at the bench like, seriously, we're going to keep calling that? Cambria Bachmeyer will check out of the game. So does Arlie Asen. Ireland Weaver comes in. So does Kennedy Smith for the Indians. You've got Kalia Smith, Kennedy Smith, Aline Miller, Ireland Weaver, and Leighton Osborne out on the floor for the Tribe. 51-31 is our score. In the middle. Baseline pass. Nice fake by Kalia, but she couldn't finish it. She made a nice play to start. Couldn't get the final play. Part of the play. Outlet pass up the floor. Too long. And there to collect it is Kennedy Smith. Back the other direction we go. Aline Miller picks up the dribble at the top. The zone comes to meet her. In the right corner, Osborne, 3, almost there, no, but an offensive board, put back attempt by Weaver, just a bit short as she was twisting across the baseline. Trumbull up the floor, into Osborne, jump stop, off the glass, too strong, rolls out of the cylinder. Kalia Smith with the defensive board. A screen set at midcourt by Weaver. Frees up Aline Miller. Bounce it right side from Weaver to Osborne. Double team. Got it down to Smith underneath. Tipped out of bounds. Substitution coming in. Jenna Ayers back in for Sheldon. Trumbull will get a chance to head to the bench. 3:14 to go here in the fourth quarter. 51-31 our score. Sheldon in front of Roseburg. The Irish heading towards their first conference victory. But Roseburg made them work for it. They eliminate that third quarter. And this has been a fairly tight ball game. No look pass right side Osborne. The ball ends up in the right corner for Smith. Kalia, a long pass, skip it all the way across, gets it back on the right block, pump fake, back out. Osborne, an open look at a 3, will launch it. Front iron, no. And the rebound pulled in by Ayers. She's going to run the point herself, pass it away, right side, Sowers. Will slow it down, runs it back out to the top. 2:42 to go. Here in the fourth. A 3 right side off the mark. Threes are coming hot and heavy. Ball tipped out. It'll go to the Indians. Timeout down on the floor taken by the Roseburg Indians. And we will go ahead and take a break for a legal ID. So we'll go ahead and do that right now. Our score here in the fourth quarter, 51-31, Sheldon in front of Roseburg. 10 seconds for station identification here on the score. Along with Angela Kieran helping out here tonight, I'm Joey Kieran. Happy to be out here covering some Roseburg High School basketball tonight. It's been a little while. Knight Uretsky's been doing most of the coverage for us on the boys' side here, and he will be back to action coming up on Tuesday when the Roseburg boys host the South Medford Panthers here at Robertson Memorial Gymnasium. So tune in for that coming up on Tuesday night at 6:30 here on the score. And I want to say thanks. Brenton Cranford back in the studio running the radio production for us here tonight. The whole team here making things go smoothly for us this evening. I want to say thanks to the Cow Creek Tribe for sponsoring our video coverage of high school sports here on the score. We're not just a radio station. We get some video streaming in there as well, and it's presented by the Cow Creek Tribe. You can find our video stream at YouTube on 1490 The Score on YouTube. Hit that subscribe button and make sure you're following us to know when we go live with another Roseburg sporting event. Entry pass goes down to Kalia Smith. Turnaround jumper too long. A rebound pulled down by the Irish. Up the floor, Ayers gets it, but gets hit in the act of shooting. I believe that'll be Aline Miller picking up the foul. It is. And for Aline Miller, that'll be her first. That sends Jenna Ayers to the free throw line. She had a rare 4-point play earlier on the night. Hit a 3 back in the first quarter, got hit in the act of shooting, and got a chance to make it a 4-point play, and did so. She hits the first here, and will hit the second. And that'll make her 3 for 5 on the night at the free throw stripe. Stretches it back out to a 22-point lead for the Irish. Right corner, Aline Miller. As the defender, Gwyneth Salo all over her. Makes a bounce pass. Left corner, Kennedy Smith. Too strong, rolls off the iron. Pulled down by Salo. Up the floor, under 2 minutes to go. And trying to get in front of the shooter, Leighton Osborne. She didn't even get a chance to turn around and face her. She just put her arms up, stood in front of McKenna Rohde, and tried to affect the shot, but got a little bit too much. And that'll send Rohde to the free throw line. Her first one, though, does not go. Rohde hit a 3 earlier in the ball game, but she has been struggling at the free throw line. 0 for 5 on the night at the stripe. One more coming for her. There she goes, gets her first one at the line, and that gets her teammates all excited. 54-31. Winding things down here in this conference game, and it's another steal. Salo up the floor, gets hit, and she'll make the bucket for a chance at a 3-point play. That foul is going to go against Ireland Weaver. Weaver will send Gwyneth Salo, the junior, to the free throw line for a chance at a 3-point play the traditional way. And here we go on the and one. That is the second foul on Weaver. Free throw is good for Salo. 3-point play. She's got 5 in the ball game. 57-31, largest lead of the night for the Irish. Entry pass knocked out of bounds by Roseburg. It'll stay with the Irish. And this one winding down here. Sheldon Irish will pick up their first win in conference play, moving to 9-7 on the season. And Roseburg still will be seeking that first conference victory, and it's not going to get any easier as they have number 5 South Medford on the schedule next. Turnover with a travel by the Irish. Minute 20 left to go in this one. Across the timeline, bounce it away right side. Into the corner for Osborne. Whips a pass in the middle. It goes off the hands for Kalia Smith. She actually knocked it up right into the face of Peyton Sowers. And I think she's asking out of the game maybe. Yeah, she seems to be a little bit shaken up, but she's not asking out. It's bonus time, so free throws coming up here for the Irish with 1:11 to go. Now I think they might bring in Kaya Trumbull for Sowers. Free throw goes through at the stripe for McKenna Rohde. She is now extremely hot at the line after missing her first 5. She's now hit her last 2. Make it 3 in a row. Found her groove. Trumbull did come in for Sowers, who caught a ricochet basketball in the face. So Trumbull still out there applying all sorts of pressure defensively. Weaver trying to find a way through it. Couldn't, but Kalia Smith with a great defensive effort to stick with that one, get the basketball on a quick pull around, turnaround jumper. Nice move. A entry pass underneath, found a wide open Jaden Mayernick. And it is 61-33. Down to 32 seconds to go. Roseburg looking to try and get a couple last points. Kalia Smith puts up the shot. No. Got her own rebound. No, that one doesn't want to go either. Bodies hit the floor as Smith continues to fight to try and get to the loose ball. And now pressure in the backcourt. It's going to be Cambria Bachmeyer committing the foul with 19.8 seconds left to go in the contest. Coming up in the postgame show, we'll have a quick recap of the action and get you some final stats in this one and send you on your way here on this Friday night. First free throw off the right iron, no good for Jenna Ayers. One more for the sophomore transfer from Churchill. Second one doesn't go either. 17 seconds, tried a long pass, didn't see the safety in coverage. That was Kaya Trumbull. Back there, she picked off that long full court pass. And now a foul will send Sheldon back to the free throw line. So Trumbull will go to the free throw stripe for the first time here tonight. 12 and a half seconds to go in the contest. First one goes through for the sophomore. It's a fairly young Sheldon team out there. Just 3 seniors on this roster, and they started a freshman. The sophomore Trumbull puts 2 through. 63-33, largest lead of the night for the Irish. Bounce pass to Osborne. She looked where her feet were, wanted to launch a 3 instead of a long 2. It was a bit short. Rebound came down to Weaver, tried to put up a shot, and they won't give her a chance to go to the free throw line to finish it off. 63-33, the final score in this one. The Irish will get their first win of the season in conference play. And Roseburg still looking for it as they fall to 0-4. We'll come back with a quick post-game recap for you after this 2-minute timeout here on 541radio.com and on the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
Successful companies have a very important secret. Good advertising works and makes them money. That's why your business should contact Lotus Media Group. Let us help you cash in with multimedia advertising. Multiple touches from Douglas County's only Google certified partner and most effective advertising platform. Web, broadcast, print. Make it happen. LotusMediaGroupLLC.com.
Do I have enough money put away to retire?
Plan for your future with confidence. At Palm Wealth Management, we'll help you see a clear path to financial peace of mind. Call Palm Wealth Management today.
In today's big box store, how-to YouTube video world, it is hard to do it yourself. If you're fixing your fence or putting in a new one, the only place to start is Quality Fence. We stock almost anything you need and take the time to show you how to really do it yourself. Visit the Quality Fence showroom in Roseburg and get great fencing ideas at QualityFenceCo.com.
Quality Fences, doing it right for you.
Looking for more local sports coverage? CBS Sports Radio 1490 The Score has you covered. Check out our homepage at 541radio.com for sports stories, scores, and podcasts. And follow us on social media. 1490 The Score is on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. And take the station with you wherever you go with the 541 Radio app. Download the app in your smartphone's app store and get access to a live stream of the station, sports stories, podcasts, and easy messaging with the station and other.
Back here at Roseburg High School, final score 63-33. The Sheldon Irish will improve to 9-7 on the year, 1-3 in conference play. They snap a 3-game losing streak. For the Roseburg girls, they go to 4-11 on the season, now 0-4 in conference play. They have lost their last 5. Joey Keyran here with you for a quick post-game recap as the band plays us out here tonight. It was a competitive first half in this one. Roseburg did a good job defensively to muck things up a little bit. It was 13-7 at the end of one, Roseburg trailing by 6. And they would keep it a 6-point deficit going to the halftime break as they caught fire towards the end of the first half. Both teams scoring 14 in the second quarter. And it was 27-21 as we headed to the halftime break. And then in the second half, though, the third quarter is where Sheldon really pulled away in this one. The Sheldon Irish outscore Roseburg 21-5 in that third quarter. And then they finish it out with a 15-7 advantage in the fourth quarter as they pull away for their largest lead of the night at 30 to finish out the ball game. Taking a look at some individual numbers real quick, unofficially here, we are looking at a leading scorer with 16 points, Jenna Ayers for Sheldon, 16 in the ball game to lead the Irish. She was the only Sheldon player in double figures. Kaya Trumbull finished with 7, 5 for Peyton Sowers, 3 for Bailey Line. Morgan Raleigh had 4. Jaden Marinick had 4. 5 for Gwyneth Salo off the bench. 6 for McKenna Rohde. 8 for Savannah Shuck and Hayden Kearney with 5. The Sheldon Irish finished with 8 3-pointers in this one tonight. Roseburg had 3 3-pointers in this one. They shot well at the free throw line. Leading scorer tonight for the Roseburg girls was Leighton Osborne with 12 points. She had 7 in the second, 5 in the fourth. She did all her scoring in the even-numbered quarters. Grace Bachmeyer with 3, Arlie Asen with 5, Cambria Bachmeyer with 1, Elaine Miller with 4, Kennedy Smith scoreless, Ireland Weaver finished with 3, Caitlin Younts got into the game, did not score. Talia Smith, man, did she do a lot of work down there. Was impressed with her effort tonight, but unfortunately only resulted in 2 points. Couldn't get anything to go through the bucket. Shaylee Sykes scores 3 from the charity stripe in this one tonight. Roseburg girls will get ready to travel down to Medford and take on the number 5 ranked South Medford Panthers for their next game coming up on Tuesday. Our next broadcast of Roseburg High Sports is going to be coming up on Tuesday next week when the Roseburg boys host the South Medford Panthers. The Roseburg boys will be looking to try and see if they can get their second conference win of the season. And they'll take on a South Medford team, defending conference champs, but it's been a bit of a different season for the Panthers than they have seen in the recent years. Well, as the band rocks us out here with... now I know this song, but I'm blanking on the title of it. If you ever had to knock on wood. Well, thankfully we don't have to, but... And up there, Shaylee Sykes helping conduct here a little bit in her basketball jersey. Pretty cool to see that for the for Shaylee Sykes, the senior post. And there they go. They wrap it up for us here. And that's going to wrap it up for us as well. Roseburg girls suffer a 63-33 loss. They made a very competitive first half, but just couldn't play full 4 quarters against a good Sheldon Irish team here tonight. Thanks to everybody that helped make this one possible. I want to say first and foremost, thanks to the Sheldon Irish for a competitive, fun game here tonight. Well played on both sides. Thanks to Athletic Director Adam Blue, Head Coach Chad Smith, and the entire Roseburg girls basketball program for allowing us to come on out and cover the game here tonight. I want to say thanks to Angela Keyran for help with the video production this evening here on site. Thanks to Brenton Cranford for the radio production back in the studio here this evening. And as always, thanks to you, the fan, for tuning in for tonight's broadcast, because, of course, without you, I'm just a guy sitting here talking to myself. I'm Joey Keyran. Not sure when I'll be back on the radio doing another call for you, but Knight Uretzky will have Tuesday's game for the Roseburg boys for you, where you can find it streaming with video online at 541radio.com and on our YouTube channel, 1490 The Score. Live video coverage is brought to you by the Cow Creek Tribe. And, of course, you can always tune in for Roseburg High School Sports right here on Douglas County's home for sports, The Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.